I've been watching these videos about Zaza. I've watched several different videos from black YouTubers, and one in particular said, well, I'm paraphrasing here, it's dead. After she scammed the black community, or scammed black women out of their money to go on this retreat. The title of it was had implied that it's dead. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to be the one spreading to spread so-called, well, not negativity, but it is what it is. But this is a cold hard fact. The black community's been dead since slavery, and let me tell you why. You've had and I hate to say that. I really hate to say that, because the problem of it all is you have people in other groups. You have black people in these groups too that won't put their own ahead of their other group that they've joined with. You have black people who are swirlers or ex-swirlers, talking about black people, especially black men, for doing what they're doing, and then not only just talking about black men, but they're pretty much talking about black people as a whole. I'm not going to name any names because I don't want any beefs, but what I'm saying here is fact. It's a fact. You have people from the LGBTQ community that are willing to put that community ahead of their own, because I guess they figure, well, they're going to, and I'm not the biggest expert, but let's be honest, every time I've heard some negative things about us, it's been coming from some of them. They're willing to put being gay over being black, as far as being the worst thing that could ever happen to them. You do whatever you want to do. If you really believe that you are, good for you. I'm not going to argue with you or try to convince you that it's wrong or whatever. That's not my place. My only problem with this is that you tend to care more about other people than you do yourself or people that look like you. And then you also have feminists, which, from what I can gather, I know they don't give a shit about other black women. They don't give a damn about other non-white women. It's just about white women, and that's it. They just want the black and non-black women just for numbers. That's all they want. And I have a big beef with that because of the whole ridiculous Me Too movement. I've got serious issues with the Me Too movement, because it doesn't care about women of color. It doesn't care at all. And they don't go after the real culprits. They don't go after, I've said this before and I'll say it again, they don't go after the Harvey Weinsteins or the Roman Polanskis, or even the what's this guy's? Yeah, James Woods, who's also a suspected pedophile. Yeah. As a matter of fact, speaking of James Woods, guess what? Alyssa Milano is his new bestie. Go figure. And she's trying to kick off this Me Too bullshit. To me, the real victims of Me Too are the ones that should be speaking out, and should be the ones who are in the media, not washed up Hollywood has-beens. Now, getting away from that, you also have pastors. You also have pastors that speak really ill of the black community, who fleece the black community all day long, but not enough people bat an eye. You have guys like Creflo Dollar. You have guys like before he passed away, Eddie Long. And now well, let me get back to Creflo for just a minute. Creflo wanted his congregation to pay for a $65 million jet. He wanted his flock to pay for a $65 million jet. Hope I didn't say 65,000. I mean, even then, that's still steep. $65 million for a damn jet. Yeah. I don't get it, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. That's just the tip of the iceberg. I found out from Kid Organic watching one of his videos yesterday. He just now found out that Pastor James David Manning or whatever, he's been exposed for pedophilia. He's hitting on an 18-year-old girl or whatever. Now, whether or not you think 18 is legal, the fact of the matter is he shouldn't have done that. It's still wrong no matter how you look at it. And I hope that I don't know if this girl has a father or whatever. I don't know if or if she does have a father. I hope her father has enough testosterone in him to know he could stand up to somebody like this and beat the living hell out of a guy like this, because actually Manning has had this coming, because, to be honest with you, he's spread some pretty negative he's had some pretty negative comments about the black community as a whole, praising white people, especially praising Trump, also just just a myriad of things. And now and then the whole Starbucks thing, I guess that's to get more attention. And I can't believe he's gotten positive responses. But then again, I think he got positive responses from people that were pretty negative, like a Ted Nugent. So that to me, but that's from one pedo to another, as far as Ted Nugent and Manning, Pastor Manning. I knew that I should know that the black church has been garbage. It's always been garbage. And you might have a few. You have a few that are good. You have a few that are good. You have a few that are I guess I could use the term woke, and that actually care, that are willing to help. But pretty much most of it is trash. Most of it is trash, and actually, it's never been beneficial to us at all. It never has been, and why we still have it, I just don't know. I don't know, but it needs to end pretty soon, because it's not helping. It's not a help. It's more of a problem. And if you're not willing to help if you're not willing to take action to make your community better, both economically and otherwise, then why are you here? You don't need to be here. It seems more like you're just in it to spread BS, and also get their money and get the women that are in the church. That's all. I think that's all you're there for, which is pretty sad in and of itself. But actually, I really think, but I've gotten way off topic, but I hope I haven't gotten too far. Well, I really hope I haven't gotten too far off topic. But going back to what I was originally meant to say. I think it's been this community. You could say it's been on life support, and you can say that it's broken, and that it's not going to die anytime soon. And you may be right about that. But what's the point? What's the point of hanging around and hanging around and hanging around if things are not going to get better? What's the point of all that? I've gotten to a point, and this is for my own personal mental health. This is for my own mental health, which I need to stay with. I can't concern myself with things like this anymore. I can't, because regardless of what happens, I mean, and here's another problem, and this may go back to swirling. We've got colorism issues. We've got serious colorism issues. You're either too light, not light enough, too dark, not dark enough, or in between, or like brown skin or whatever, or you're not brown enough. The fact of the matter is, yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. I mean, look, that's why I really don't want to care about it anymore. Because to care about something like that, yeah, you should care, but at the same time, is it worth losing is it worth the cost of your mental health? Is it worth the cost of you losing your sanity? You can be fully aware of all the injustices, and you can also celebrate the many victories too. But let's be honest. Do you really think things are going to get a lot better? And I hate to sound like that because it's sad. It's really sad. It's sad. It's horrible. And excuse me. We can't blame just one person for why this community is having the kind of problems we're having. We can't blame just one. We can't even blame two or three people. And this has been going on longer, much longer than 20 years. This has been going on far longer than 50 years, to be honest with you. The question is, are we willing to fix it? Are we willing to fix it both as individuals and as a collective?